Okay, final dinner here. We're at Weimar's Indigo. Final dinner at Turks and Caicos. Hopefully it'll be good. And get seated. My drink called the Serenity. Make sure to click like down below.
We took our bread. First of all, our waiter disappeared, and then they took our bread. So weird.
Okay, our dinner is here. I got the Australian rack of lamb. Marcel got a pasta dish. Ron's got the duck, and Marissa's got the seafood curry. And finally, to finish off the evening, we have dessert, which is going to be a key lime cheesecake a la mode. I don't know what kind of ice cream that is. Looks like chocolate chip, maybe? So here on the terrace of our room, I wish we had stayed out here a little bit more. It really is a very nice outdoor space to be in. We're on the 5th floor, so we're able to see the island view. Okay, last breakfast for our trip. Here it's almost 9 o'clock, and we had a great time. Food was always very good here for breakfast, and kind of glad to be going back just so we can go back to our normal eating. Because right now it's a little bit excessive and luxurious. So it has been quite a bit of time now since our trip to Turks and Caicos. And while we look at the beautiful islands from our plane here, I want to take this moment to reflect on our travel experience. But before I do, I want to say how grateful I am to my wife and to our 2 amazing friends for celebrating this milestone birthday with me in one of the most beautiful places in the world. What a way to usher in a new decade, and I do plan on new adventures that I will be sharing with you. So 3 areas I'd like to reflect on. The first is traveling to, from, and around Turks and Caicos, specifically Providenciales. The second is our accommodation and food options. And finally, a few miscellaneous thoughts and perspectives on our experience to close us out. We were super fortunate to live relatively close to Providenciales, flying out of Washington, D.C.'s Dulles International Airport. It was a direct flight, and it took close to 3 hours. Flying direct is always ideal, not always possible for a variety of reasons, of course, but it was such a bonus to hop on that plane and then hop off to start our vacation. And you saw in the first video that we took advantage of the fast-track ACI service, which we purchased about a month before our trip. The advantage of Fast Track is that it is effectively a front-of-the-line pass. So when you have multiple planes arriving, it could save you a lot of time to get through immigration and get you started on your vacation sooner. We did look at many reviews online, all very positive by the way, just to help us with our decision to get it or not, but we decided to go ahead prioritizing peace of mind, the fact that we've not been there before, and that we wanted the best experience possible. getting our vacation started as soon as we were able to, since we were only there for a few days. We also tacked on a private transport to the fast track service, and we were super glad to do that because we were escorted right out on a waiting SUV. Getting around Providenciales was pretty easy with taxi service, and the cab drivers were super friendly. Some folks we talked to while we were there recommended to rent a car, which might be more economical and convenient if we had plans to go explore more places outside of the resort area. With that though, we would have to factor in finding our own way, different side of the road driving, overall responsibility for a vehicle, and maybe parking. Although our resort did not charge for parking, so that might not be an issue in general. Renting a car will certainly be a big consideration for a future visit. Next topic is accommodation and food. As you've seen, we did choose a fairly nice resort, and 7 stars certainly did not disappoint. As an alternative, I know that there are very nice Airbnb options, and a few blogs out there do showcase some really amazing ones, so I certainly would jump on looking into Airbnb options as well in the future. With 7 stars though, as I'm sure with most of the resorts there, they truly exemplified service with their amenities, their beach service, and on-site food options like breakfast being included. And speaking of food, the places we fortunately had the pleasure of dining offered delicious and purposely made dishes, and by that I mean when the menu says it's seafood fettuccine, you are truly getting substantial pieces of shrimp and mahi in a thick, delicious cream sauce. Ooh, I'm getting hungry. In addition to the places we went to, Infinity in the Grace Bay Resort, Coco Bistro, The Farm and 7 at 7 stars, and Indigo in Waimara were all true to the reviews we saw online, but I would love to try other venues to have a more well-rounded and more local experience. Okay, finally, I want to say again that Turks and Caicos was amazing, and hopefully my vlog on it showcased that. And it was made more amazing because of the company I was with. Oh, and we worked with an amazing travel agent who was awesome at helping us navigate a plan to book those adventures. They took the time to get to know what we like, what the purpose of our trip was, and what we were trying to get out of it to come up with their recommendations. They booked our flights, our accommodations, our mangrove tour, the private dinner. They took the logistics out of our hands, which was so incredibly helpful. So 2 things on that. There was no fee for that service, and no, they're not sponsoring this video. I have 16 subscribers. No one is sponsoring me right now. Anyway, let me know if you'd like their contact info to get help on your next Caribbean vacation. Finally, the airport. I've heard some mixed reviews about people's experiences there, but overall for us it was fine. It was hot the whole time we were in Providenciales, but the airport was sufficiently air conditioned. We arrived late afternoon on a Sunday and departed on a Thursday, avoiding most of the crowds we were told peaked on Friday to Sunday, so something to consider when planning your flights. Also, July was considered a low season, so I'm sure that factored into the busyness of the airport. And that is all, everyone. Thanks to you, my friends and family, and to new friends who tuned in. I hope you found our experiences interesting, and if you have any suggestions, please do let me know. I'm sure I missed a few things, so hit me up in the comments for questions and I will respond. Until the next time, friends.